Yo, what is up? We are back. This is Niners and Friends. I am your co-host, Ryan from No Border Sports. We got Miriah from the 49 Faithfully Pod, and we got Beto from NinerSickness Podcast.
What up?
How you all doing?
Good.
What's up?
Good to see you guys.
We were on a little hiatus last week.
Killing me with that intro right now. You had the first part music low, and then the next part it boomed in my ear. I'm like, oh shit! You got to even those depth. You got to even it out, bro. My ear just went deaf.
Oh, they're two different videos. I don't have control over the first one. That's the thing. But don't worry. I'll make sure to set that up for when I do the intro. All right.
There you go.
Oh, we already got Don in the building. What's up, Don?
Hey, Don.
What's up, Don?
We've got Jess from East Coast Red and Gold Podcast in the building. What up,
Hey,
Jess?
What's up, Jess?
How's everybody doing today? How's the week going?
So far, so good. Can't complain. Nobody will listen anyway, so here we are.
I can't believe I'm the only sober one in here today.
Well, I'm not.
Sucks to be you.
Sober.
Yeah, it does. I don't have any. That's why.
I'm pretty much sober. I'm not where I normally am at. So that makes you
look
feel
at the pro.
better.
Look at the pro talk. He's like, yeah,
hey.
It was just a kilo. It's not a lot. I'm okay.
I'm in the
a gram. Excuse me, wrong drug.
I'm in the process of weaning myself down.
What's up, Brandon?
Hey, B.
What up, Brandon? And we got
Nathan
Nathan
Z's in the house. What's the Nathan?
Nathan.
I didn't realize Nathan was so young.
What's so young?
18.
Dawn is doing good. She's asking Beto if he had seen the picture of Vanessa and Bryant.
No. You put it on your Facebook account, Don. I got two Facebook accounts. I got my Niner one, and then I got my personal when my family's in one. And normally I spend a lot of time on my Niner one, but this whole week and a half I just been on my family one because they thought I died because they haven't heard from me in a while. I'm like, I need to come. I gotta start hitting likes on some things.
Yeah, so, that's how my family feels too. I think
you're like, you're always over there. I tell them they treat me better than you guys do, so I'm over there. Shoot.
I feel that 100%.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Shoot. Forget about blood. It's all about relationships.
Like I got to pick this family, so
yeah, yes,
pick you guys.
exactly.
I just got stuck with y'all.
Right?
100% true there, Miriah.
And I'm picking to get away.
I made my own circle. Brandon's saying, damn, turned up on a Tuesday. I wouldn't say that. I'd say we're all, at least Miriah and I are mellow. So it ain't no turned up. We chill. Now, Beto's all the way live all the time.
All the way
needed. All the way live. We got John Jay in the building from 49ers Ultimate Report. What up, John?
What's up, John?
We got Bebop Jones in the house. What up, Bebop?
Bebop-aroni.
Man, every time I see Bebop, what's the song Tank? I think it is Tank from that's the intro for the Cowboy Bebop theme song. That's the intro to the show. And every time I see Bebop, that goes through my head. One of the best pieces of music ever. If you haven't listened to it, go out and check it out. And we got Swan Song in the building. I mean, I haven't seen Swan Song in forever. What up, sir? Appreciate you stopping in.
What's up, brother?
Swan is an OG.
It's my guy.
And we got mid-card.
That's Aaron.
Is that Aaron? Oh, that's the mid-card. That's Aaron. Shout out to Aaron for 49er First Takes.
Shout out to the partners of the mid squad.
And we got a Stevo Supremo in the house.
Hey, Stevo.
I did see your card is on the way, and it's been mailed. Just so you know, we got photo proof. Oh, we got CarCast in the building. What up, CarCast? Appreciate you stopping in, sir.
What's up, CarCast? Niner
CarCast. Carcass always tries to, he's always stopping in on our Friday night call-in shows, but we're usually having to tuck him backstage after a certain time. He can't make it through. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, yeah. So
I think Steve-O's saying that's really not Aaron. That's Steve-O.
what's up?
He's telling on himself.
Yeah, because he said, "Come on, that's me showing support for Aaron." So I think,
dude, you gotta stop that, bro. Really? Even his new name, you already took it over. Wow.
I could be wrong, but I don't know.
Dude, you give him at least allow him to use his new name for a week.
Oh wow, this is actually news. At this point last year, I did 100 mock drafts. I remember.
Dang.
But I finally made my first for this draft.
Did you say 100?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh crap!
Dude, Swan was into it last year.
Yeah, he was.
I haven't seen him much lately. That's kind of
like, he's been on a
49ers.
He's been on like a detox. So,
well, if you say 100, that is wow.
Try to get away from the toxicity. I understand, Swan.
I mean, a lot of people I think do that during the off season. Like you can tell there's a dip in everybody's numbers, and some people just like don't consume any 49ers content unless it's football season. Like they have basketball, they have hockey, whatever, baseball started, everything else. So a lot of people don't consume 49ers football 24/7, 365, and that's okay. Everybody fans different, and we're here whenever you come back. So yeah,
I know personally that
understand.
Before I was had my own channel and stuff like that, I pretty much would just go back to what I would normally do. And then football season comes around and you're just stuck in front of something, watching it go. But then I go back to doing my regular stuff. Now I'm stuck in front of here all the time. But I like it. Love the family we got. Oh, we got Randy Daytona in the house.
Hey,
what up, Randy Daytona?
What's up, Randy?
Oh, and we got Bryant Culp. Shout out everybody's favorite. And David McNiner in the house.
Hey, David.
Yeah, this is an all-star chat today. You know what I'm saying? We're only missing a couple people to just have, on pace for the best chat ever.
I'm gonna get my game set up because it's starting in 20 minutes.
Oh,
yeah, the first game of the playoffs starts today.
Who's your hockey team?
Golden Knights.
Oh, okay.
Are the Avalanche in it this year?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I don't pay attention to
that. I don't really pay attention to hockey, but if I'm gonna watch, it's gonna be the Avalanche. Patrick Waugh.
I wouldn't even watch a gunpoint.
Oh, God.
Can't get into hockey, man.
I started watching back in the Glow Puck days, and I just remember Patrick Waugh. The Avalanche was for some reason played a lot here in Washington. Like the Avalanche game was always on, especially and Detroit too, but mainly Avalanche. And I just remember seeing a goalie pick a fight, and I was like, "That's my dude. That's my dude."
That's the funnest. And once you see a game live too, it's so much different than watching a game on TV. And I never watched NHL. I had friends, that would try to just pick a team and start, try to get into it, and I just couldn't. But when the Golden Knights started here a few years ago, and to have a team start here, especially it happened right after the shooting that happened on the Strip, and the Golden Knights came in and just kind of felt like they brought Vegas back together, as stupid as that may sound, but it just felt like, finally our city had been torn apart, devastated by so much, with that shooting, and the Golden Knights came in and gave us, our first pro team, something to cheer for, brought everybody together from all different walks of life, and I just been a huge Golden Knights fan ever since.
And so you didn't embrace the Raiders when they came in?
No, because I already had a football team.
I'm just missing.
And I could tell you, I was a beer distributor back in the day, and we had box seats to the minor league team around here. And even those games are enjoyable to watch, especially if you get glass tickets. Beto, I'm telling you.
I've been to the San Jose Shark glass tickets a couple of times, and still can't get into it.
Oh my God. I got to sit right behind the goal, And so we got there early when they were doing target practice, and we sat down in the seats. And I mean, these guys were missing the top of the goal just barely. So it's like I could take credit for making the goal, but they're missing it just barely. So it's zooming, it hit the glass right by my face. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just sitting the whole time just giggling. Because the moment the glass breaks, you're screwed. But until then, this is funny.
Yeah, I when I used to live in San Jose, the San Jose Sharks, a friend of my wife's, I guess I don't know what position she was part of the not the Sharks, but the stadium where they played in, or they're inside the stadium, and she was able to get tickets, and a couple of times she had nobody to go with, or she didn't want to go, so she'll just give them to people, and we went. I think I went twice, and it was just like, I mean, it was the seat and then the glass, right? And you would think I would like it, but I didn't ever saw no fight, so maybe that's what it was. I didn't get to see a fight both times that I went, so that they messed it up for me.
I started one. A guy got checked right in front of me.
No, I'm talking about the players.
Yeah, I started.
Oh, you started a fight for the players?
The guy got checked right in front of me, and the guy who checked him turns around and looks at him, and I go, "Are you gonna effing let him do that?" Right? And you could tell like he didn't want to do that, and he goes, "Ugh." And he throws up. And what I realized later is the guy who checked him's mother was right behind me. So he was trying to start a fight right in front of his mom, and I helped him do it. Our guy lost the fight because it was the Thunderbirds. Boo. And my team's the Silver Tips. So Silver Tip
Tips.
Yeah.
I like that name.
Yeah, they are pretty good. They took the national championship a couple times. They're a banger of a team. But yeah, that didn't go so well for him. He lost. I felt bad. I got one of our guys beat up, but hey, it happened right in front of me, so I don't care.
That team should have kicked your butt.
No.
For getting their player beat up.
I got the box seats too. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm up in the club. Oh, in fact, it's great too. Because beer, this and that. They got box seat at the Seahawks Stadium. Well, the code for their box seat at the Silver Tips was 0049. And I was like, oh, you mean 49ers? And then I did that in front of the owner who told me I couldn't wear my 49er hat and it had to either be Budweiser, Bud Light, or Seahawks. And I just wore my Niners hat.
They should have did to you what they did to E40 in Sacramento.
You can't do that to me.
Escorted you out. That's messed up.
I remember they had their Arena League football team there, and I was like, as they're lining up for kickoffs, I'm slapping the opposing team's shoulders, like, "Hey guys, how's it going?" I told one guy I told one guy he had a nice keister, and he turned around, and he was like in the middle of the play. I go, "Hey, Reggie, nice," and he goes, he like looks back. He was a linebacker, he's kind of squatting, you know what I'm saying, get ready for the thing. Yeah. There's something about drinking and sports events, it just, things happen.
Yeah, I met what's his name? He has a podcast now, but when he was part of the SaberCats before he started his podcast, can't think of his name. He does Lockdown Niners with
Peacock and Crocker.
Crocker, yeah, I met him when he was part of the SaberCats arena football, and got his autograph, and I still have it. I told him about it, and he was like, "Oh yeah, okay." Yeah, he didn't remember, but it's okay. I don't blame him.
Probably how many autographs?
Oh yeah, of course. Now, if I would have fell on him and sat on him for a couple minutes, he would have remembered me.
Should have pinched his nipple or something.
Yeah.
Gave him something to remember you by.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna bump into you a couple years later on social media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to give a shout out to Tommy Huxley and Corey Davis.
Hey, Tommy.
What's up, Corey? What's up, Huxley?
We got David McNiner saying Corey Davis is the GOAT. If you guys haven't checked out, Corey Davis has a show on Thursday night where he does 49ers trivia. So if you want to stop by and put your knowledge to the test, you can either jump on the panel or stay in the chat. He'll collect the things. Or if you just want to sit back, watch, and listen and learn, got that too. So go check Corey out. Let's get into 49ers. Something I read today, an article came out And they said that John Lynch was named the top 5 or the 5th best GM of the league. Real quick, I want to get you guys' thoughts on that. Why find the article again so I could tell you who actually said it. Miriah, what's your thoughts?
I remember seeing that, but I can't remember. I wish I could remember the specific order. I don't know if you have it.
I didn't see the list. I just saw an article saying that somebody had oh, here we go. I didn't see the list. I can go and look for it here.
Because I think I remember seeing, that I don't know, the list to me.
Greg Rosenthal put this list together.
It's hard because I think, he's been a great GM, but has he won a ring is the ultimate thing that you're supposed to be doing in football, right? So I think if there's people on the list that are above and below, like I don't know how they ranked, if the top 4 people all have rings, or you know what I'm saying, like I don't know if they put that into account, or
so
like
how
they did their ranking,
there's
is it
a
just
part
on
here
on coming in and putting together the roster, or
yeah, in the article it said pretty much that he's gotten to 5, and to get any higher he has to win a ring.
So
and
yeah,
top 10 GMs in the NFL.
That makes sense.
Oh, it's sending me to do a video.
I mean, I can't think, a 5 off the top of my head that I could put, above him. But I mean, I agree. I think to be any higher, you would need to win a ring because, like I said, that's the ultimate goal. That's what you're playing football for. That's why you become a GM of a football team, So to be any higher on a rank. Oh, what?
I don't think this is probably. I don't think I got the right one. Did I? It's got Chris Ballard as number 1. The Colts GM, which doesn't seem correct whatsoever, and it doesn't even have. It says the guy from the Saints is 5th right now. So hold on, let me. Beto, what's your thoughts? Do you think he'd be the top 5 GM in the NFL? Oh, that was 2001.
Let's see here. Top 10 general managers in 2023. You got Howie Roseman from the Eagles, Kansas City, Cincinnati, Buffalo, and then the Niners, which is Brandon Beans and Sean. And this is this year's. So Niners. You said Niners number 5, right? They got Les Snead at 6. Oh, that's bogus. We don't want no Rams at 6. Get out of here.
I mean, but he's won a Super Bowl, so.
No, I know. Well, damn, they have him underneath.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's interesting. I mean, the Eagles, they didn't win this year, but was that the same GM when they did win a few years back? I would think probably, maybe.
I'm surprised they don't have Kansas City number 1.
Yeah, that's who I would think.
So I don't know if I don't think they're basing this off of Super Bowls. They're basing it off personnel, management, how they handle the front office more than they do Super Bowls, based on this list.
I'm not able to.
Because they got Jerry Jones number 10, and they haven't won shit in over 28 years. They haven't even made it to the NFC Championship game. So how is he number 10 from 32 teams?
Well, they do really good job at drafting. I think they've probably been. I think I heard something that Dallas has been the most successful at drafting in the league.
No, but I'm saying if it's Super Bowls only, then no. But if it's not Super Bowls, then yeah, they done some good things in the draft.
Well, I'm not saying Super Bowls only. I'm just saying Super Bowls need to be taken into account in
Part
there.
of it.
Yeah.
Like that article. Shout out to whatever. That article said that he couldn't move any higher without getting a Super Bowl, which I think is perfectly fine. That seems,
Yeah, I agree.
you know.
So number 4 is the Buffalo Bills. What is he doing in number 4 when they haven't
he
won
hasn't
nothing?
won. Yeah,
They haven't even made it to a Super Bowl.
exactly. So that's
Well,
how can they say John Lynch can't move up any further? Yet they have people up there that haven't won a Super Bowl.
They even
either.
have the guy from Cincinnati. They went to a
Yeah.
Super Bowl,
Well,
didn't win it.
It could be the guy who wrote the article about John Lynch being at 5, saying that that he thinks that the criteria is that way. Maybe that's what that is, because
Probably.
obviously if the Bills are at number 4, then obviously you don't have to win a Super Bowl. 49ers should probably be up higher than him because they've actually been to a Super Bowl and an NFC championship. Multiple. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like
one without, we're talking about John Lynch, but
yeah.
But still, yeah, one.
Hey, Ted.
Oh, what's up, Ted?
Yo, Ted, tickles balls. What's up?
Oh, that was funny. That was funny. Let's see.
I'm sorry. I read Bebop Jones. I must be high. He said, "Hey, Corey," and I thought it said, "Hey, Dorky."
Oh,
I'm sorry.
You know what throws me off is when it it spells out the emojis instead of just showing it. That's what I'm just like. I was like, what the hell is he talking about? And then I'm like, oh yeah, those are emojis.
I totally removed the K and added a D because I think I seen David's after, so I swung the D from the Davis over to the K.
Like, how hard is it to just share the emoji?
Yeah, I don't know why it does that. Person turquoise waving. Like,
person says I wish.
Like, and it doesn't even tell you like a good description of what it is. You know, it's like, what the hell is that? Turquoise person waving.
Yep.
It's funny.
Oh, he says you wish, Beto.
No, I don't, bro. I never like to go out with nerds.
He likes some more gangster.
I like it, the party dudes.
Well, he wants to feel the smartest, be the smartest. You know what I'm saying? Like,
keyword, feel the smartest.
Feel. Right. That's what I'm saying.
I'm messing with you, Ted.
I like to be the nerd too in the relationship.
Really? Oh, wow.
Why not?
No, I wouldn't have figured. Oh, that would be the smart one, wouldn't it? You can tell I'm not the nerd for me, that's for sure. I'm the dummy.
And her missus is the looks. You know what I'm saying? You know, the brain, the beauty, put them together, bang. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
Why are you checking out her missus?
I actually have never seen her missus, but
so how you know she's a beauty?
It's called a compliment.
I'm messing with you, bro.
It's just a compliment. How do you know she's not?
I've seen her.
What makes you think that she isn't?
I've seen her. She is pretty.
So you're saying that you feel that she isn't?
Yeah, she isn't.
Put that down. What's that?
He already told me she was. So
at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what none of us feel, other than her, the Miriah. So
that's most definitely true.
Yes. Nerd alert. Ted.
49ers sign wide receiver Cole. What was it? Cole Conley, right?
Conley. I don't know his first name, but Conley, yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think that's just a camp body? You think this could be like a Willie Snead of last year? What's your guys' thoughts?
I'm just gonna mess around. That means that Ayuk is getting traded.
Oh.
That's all I keep hearing, bro. I got so tired of it. I'm like, people don't know shit about football.
It's almost
they think that guy's going to replace him.
Yeah, I'm like,
we're in trouble.
Yeah, exactly. And not only that, but we have 24 spots to fill. We only have 11 picks. Even if we keep all those picks, we only have 11. We need comp buddies.
Chris,
so,
that's
right.
right.
My God.
Exactly,
Chris.
Beto.
Yes, Chris. Thank you. But it's like, soon as you and the Niners sign a certain player to keep position, because of debt, right away. Oh, they're going to move on from this person. Or they're going to move
Yeah.
on. Or what gets me the most is when somebody releases a good player, or there was a good player. Oh, the Niners should go after them. They don't even fit the scheme.
Somebody that was a
Right?
good player 15 years ago.
Yeah, but they don't even fit the scheme. But go get them.
Yeah.
You gotta be kidding.
Or like you get somebody who requests a trade, or some
Oh, yeah,
team
trade
says
for
somebody's
him.
on the
Trade
block.
for him.
And
Yeah.
trade for him. Oh, Buda Baker? Oh, you go get Buda. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
let's play twice as much as everybody else, so because we're going to the same division. Yeah, let's do
Yep.
that. Makes sense.
People, yeah, they don't. Those are what you call fans, not the brightest, but fans. They just don't know the numbers.
Yeah.
It's not Madden. Madden, you can trade all you want, but in real football, you got to be smart.
Ted was asking, is he depth? Is he camp body? And I said, I'm pretty sure he brought his tent and his flashlight.
Yeah.
Miriah,
Yeah, he's
what's
just-
your thoughts? Oh,
Exactly that.
yeah.
I mean, there's not too much thoughts about him. I think he's going to be one of these. I mean, he's a vet that's went from team to team to team, and this is his next stop on his list. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think it's nothing more than that. We've seen, them sign a few vets the last few years that hung around, and that been depth were on the practice squad. Well, we lost all those guys now to the Dolphins, to the Titans, to wherever else all of our other guys have gone. So just like Beto said, we need to fill up all these positions, these empty roster spots that we have for camp. So that's exactly what we're doing.
So what's next? We sign a edge, like someone there's nobody, and we're getting rid of Bosa. We're not going to pay him. Just too much. Give me a break. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, no,
People.
totally. While we're on wide receivers, we got Third and Juwan back. I'm guessing you guys are all excited about this. Do we know why he was holding out yet? Are we confirmed that he wanted more money and they got it?
I haven't heard nothing about that. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a tender, so I didn't see nothing about them offering him a contract. It was a tender. They can't change the numbers on the tender.
Exactly.
I thought that's what somebody was saying. They thought he was holding out to try and get a bag.
No, next year
Yeah, that'd be next year.
Was
Well,
it?
I think he's a free agent next year, but yeah, not on a tender. On a he's
Another
restricted.
team could have signed him, but then
was
they would have had to
restricted
give up
tender,
a second or something ridiculous for him. So that wasn't going to happen.
I wonder if he's not able to talk with anybody, is he?
No, he
No.
was
Okay.
restricted this year.
Okay, so
Unrestricted.
yeah.
You
Well, because
can.
people were like, "Why hasn't he signed his contract yet?" So there was a lot of buzz about that, and that's why I was like, I'm trying to get your guys' opinion on
Yeah,
why he just
yeah,
didn't
it wasn't
sign it.
even. It was a tender
Because
so
it
it's
probably
not like
wasn't
they
even a
could really do
priority
anything.
to neither him or the team. They knew they were going to get it done anyway, so it was just let's fix some other things, and when we get to it, get to it. Look how fast it happened. They finally called him. You ready to sign it? Yep, let's go. So it wasn't nothing big. It was just a matter of them both doing their own thing. He was probably on vacation doing something, and their Niners are dealing with free agency and other things, and they just finally got it done.
I'm sure he would have wanted a contract, and me and
Of
TL
course.
had talked about that before. Why, we don't. It's just like one of the things that the same thing they did with Kendrick Bourne. They kept giving him tender instead of giving him an actual contract. And when the time came up that they could no longer tender him anymore, well, then he finally got a contract somewhere else. It's like the same thing that's happening to Jennings right now. Tender instead of offering him a 2-year contract for maybe 3-4 million. Give him some money to actually get a house, get a home, instead of just these little tenders. I'm sure, that might make him feel a little bit better too, that maybe this team, actually wants to invest a little bit in me instead of just offering me these freaking chicken tenders.
Yeah. And I heard somebody
Can't
say,
even get no dip.
I know. Not
I heard
even no
somebody-
barbecue sauce.
I heard somebody say that the Niners, those they covet those players that are unreplaceable. They take care of. They pay. They make sure they get paid. Those they can replace. They let walk.
Mhm.
A lot of people are like, man, they should Charlie Minihoo. They should have tried to keep him. They should have tried to keep so and so. And I'm like, based on the production they put up last year, I'm pretty sure that the kid that we brought, Farrell, can probably do some of that. I mean, they between him and Samson and the other, I think they only put up like 7 sacks, not that much pressure. So
Charles Omenihu had 8 or 9, right?
no, he had like 3.
Charles Omenihu, I swear he had more than that.
No way, 8 or 9. Look it up.
All right.
Maybe 4, but that's about no way past 5. No way past 4.
Because remember, he showed out to the point where he was going to get, paid, and I don't see someone getting paid off 4 sacks.
Yeah.
Chicken fried steak tenders. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Randy.
I know that Samson had 4.5, but many who had like 4 in 2022.
All right, 4.5.
Yeah, 4.5, not 8.
Buffalo chicken tenders.
So you're not going to keep somebody with just 4.5.
No,
and pay him money.
God, how was I so far off? Jeez.
No, if he would have had 8, I think they would have had a conversation with him. Let's talk.
Well, if you're going after Javon Hargrave, I don't think you keep a Charles Omenihu. You know what I'm saying? I think if you were going to keep Charles Omenihu, you would have gone cheaper at the defensive tackle that you brought in. I don't think you'd keep both of them.
Yeah. And I think they replaced him with Farrell, to be honest with you.
And I don't think that's a bad thing either. You're getting younger at the position. I mean, this guy was a first-round pick. Even though he was picked a little higher than he should have been, he's still got the talent in that range. He wasn't utilized correctly. He probably wasn't given the right type of – it seems like –
that's a key word right there, and I want to talk about after you finish, but that utilized correctly. You're absolutely 100% there.
It seems like we go after people who other teams pick up because they're raw, you know what I mean? But there's a high upside, and they just never put time into developing them. And we just go along the wayside and pick all these guys up, and we'll actually spend time on developing them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
they
where
benefit.
we reap the benefits. Yes.
We benefit. They benefit. Everybody wins. But they put Farrell. The Raiders put Farrell in coverage way too much. He didn't get a chance just to pin his ears back. And here with Chris Kosarek, all he's going to do, I guarantee, he's not going to cover once. He's just going to, because of the linebackers that we have, he's just going to pin his ears up back and go after the quarterback, and he's going to love it.
Yeah,
I do agree. 4th is too high, but he's still worth a number 1 though.
There, like, very rarely is any one of our DNs in coverage.
Nope.
I remember seeing one play last season where Nick Bosa went out in coverage.
And it's so long ago.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
Well,
so
I mean,
far
like,
in between.
They never do it, and the reason being is because they just want to have the D line responsible for D line shit. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason that Chase should be thinking about, nickel corner and, outside corner stuff or linebacker stuff. That's not their job.
When you have Greenlaw that can run sideline to sideline, you don't need
or Fred
defensive end.
Fred Warner that can go up on the line of scrimmage and stay toe to toe with CeeDee Lamb down the field. Like, that's crazy.
And he did it last year a couple of times. Remember?
Twice in that division game. He stayed toe to toe with him. Crazy.
So so they misused them there. So I think, I'm not gonna say, I'm not gonna count my chickens before they're hatched, but I think with Chris Kosarek, we can get something good out of Farrell. He played real great in college. I mean, I loved him in college. That's my team he played for, and this kid Bryant, he's been hurt a lot. That's why he hasn't had a chance to play. He's not as good as Farrell, but I think he'll be okay in rotation. That's what they really want is they're hoping that Jackson plans out and everybody else is rotational pieces for rest. Because you want to go your starters, Jackson, Bosa, Armstead, and Hargrave.
Yes, I would concur. Especially, on 3rd down.
Yeah.
On 1st and 2nd, you would probably want maybe a Kerry Hyder in place of Jackson.
Yeah. Yeah.
But who knows? Colin might be the guy too there on the edge during rundowns too. He might be a great option there. We never know until we see him. But Chris Kocurek, not only does he let guys pin their ears back and go, but you don't have a lot of responsibilities here and doing this and that. And that's why you can pin your ears back and go. You don't have all these other things you have to think about. You just have to make sure your foot, you know what you're doing as far as the scheme goes. Make sure your foot works right. Make sure your hand works right. Other than that, you're good. You don't have to worry about what happens on the third Tuesday of each month.
And you just have to be quick in your get up and let's go.
And we hear the guys talk about that a lot, that's why they like playing here and playing for Kocurek, is because that's what they get to do. You know, like we don't have to worry about all that other shit. We just get to get after the quarterback.
Yep. And it's due to the linebackers that we have. You know what I mean? It's personnel. Same thing. The reason why we use that 4-3, the wide 9, we got the personnel where we can. We got an Eric Armstead who's a beast in there. He can, multi-role there. And he's just against the Raiders. I still remember that play where he shrugged off like an offensive lineman, a fullback, and then tackled the running back short of the goal line.
Yeah, he doesn't always look on the sacks, but he does a lot of work. Yeah,
exactly. And I was on his butt, and not rightly so. You know what I mean? I was looking at stats, and when I went back and actually watched play, I just needed to shut up. You know what I mean?
But at least you acknowledge that you were going based on stats, but then you watch film, and then you change your opinion. That's okay. People can make mistakes or say things, but at least acknowledge and give them credit when the credit is due. There's people that see the film and they still base it on stats, and I'm
yeah.
Can't argue.
Well, and you can change your mind too. And like I like him a lot better on the inside. So I may have talked more shit about him when he was on the outside, but now that he moved to the inside, okay, I like him better. I like him better for that role. I like him better in the scheme. I like him better, period. Well, opinions change, shit changes, It's like
he's a baller on the inside.
It's okay.
Yeah, I know we have our favorite players, and that's okay. But I don't know. I have my favorites too, but I don't hate the rest of them. So if they're doing their job and they're doing it well, I'm just not going to put shade on them just because I don't like them. Because if that's the point, then I have an issue. And I got to check myself. Because if Eric Armstead, he might not, like people don't like Eric Armstead for the fact that he was kept and not DeForest Buckner.
Yeah.
It wasn't his fault.
Exactly.
It's not like I'll stay and Buckner's, I'll go. How you going to hate the man for having nothing to do with it? That's
and
so
they were
stupid.
friends. Don't you think Armstead wanted Buckner to stay
he didn't
too?
Want him to leave. Yeah. We're friends. I'm going to stab you in your back and take your job. And he didn't even take his job. He already had that job next to. So people are just like, stop being such wimps, man. You're okay. Acknowledge that Buckner left. You can sit there and say, I hate that they got rid of Buckner. That's fine. I can respect that. But don't put shit on Eric Armstead. Had nothing to do with it. Don't say, well, they got rid of the wrong person. Well, that's your opinion. No. That's fine. But I don't think they did.
When it comes to scheme, with that wide 9, you got to have an Eric Armstead.
Yes, sir.
Defoe was the pass rusher. Eric Armstead's the run stuffer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're going to move on from one, might as well move on from your pass rusher, especially when you got a Nick Bosa. You know what I'm saying? You can keep a little bit more balance instead of just letting your run stuffer go, and then now all you can do is pass rush, and you're in a division where they like to run a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, and your run stopper's taking less money, and why would you keep 2 pass rushers and get rid of your run stopper so they can run all over through you? They had Bosa upcoming. They moved on from Buckner, and they tried to keep both, but they just couldn't do it. Buckner wanted more money, and hey, go for it. I mean, rightfully, get your bag. Go after your bag. If somebody's willing to pay you, go for it. What's up, my little sister,
hey,
Melissa?
What up, Melissa? Thank you for stopping in.
But Niner fans need just to get out of their feelings. If a player leaves, like I remember back in the 80s and 90s when Joe Montana got traded to Kansas City, a lot of fans left the Niners and became Kansas City Chiefs and then came back. I'm like, I don't know them personally, but I feel like telling them, you left my house for someone, you ain't coming back. You know, I love Joe Montana, and I still do, but I'm not going to follow the player. I wish him well. Okay, the real McCoy is here. Is it though?
Hey, Aaron.
Or is
Oh,
it
Is it
yeah.
Steve?
really you?
Oh, that's probably Aaron. Sorry, Aaron. We had a mid-car streamer come in earlier, and Beto was like, "That's Aaron." But yeah. So now
It wasn't.
it's the real Aaron. Shot out. Looks like he's starting a show here, and probably I'm guessing about 17 minutes. So when we finish up here, everybody in the chat, please make your way on over to Aaron's channel, 49ers First Jakes, and make sure to like and subscribe.
Have a
Yes,
great
sir.
show, brother.
He's having a show today?
Glad to have you back. Yeah,
That's what
coming
it says.
in to say hello
Oh, I didn't read
before
it.
my stream. Yeah,
My bad.
apparently.
Oh, you know what? Shut your mouth.
Beto,
I'm-
he's not a big
Dude, I'm
reader.
the slow one today. I don't know what's going on.
He says it's definitely him. So
Bro, oh man. Ted and I had a little bit of friendly fire earlier today. We both misread each other's tweets. We were both like going at each. Well, they were like nitpicking here, and even though
It wasn't even correct argument.
it wasn't even correct.
Wow, that's funny. Too.
nothing better than that.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
hilarious. He's like, "I'm sorry." I'm like, "No problem, bro. Don't worry about it." Like, shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, remember, I did it first. Oh,
Yeah, it's okay to be passionate, but at least read it correctly.
how
But
do
that's
we
funny
know,
stuff,
Aaron?
bro. It happens to everybody, though.
You say that, but do we really know?
Well, the real Slim Aaron, please stand
I was
up.
thinking the same thing, Aaron. Yeah, it's like, can't the fake person say I'm the real guy?
Yeah.
Aaron, if that's you, bro, send me a text. Send me a text on my phone. Tell me it's you, and I'll verify it's you. I did that with Rudy from Ramilia Sports. I'll say, Rudy, send me a text on my phone, and no text,
Yeah.
text. Okay, this is a fake. This is a fake account. If you guys want to block it, go ahead. It's up to your discretion to block that fake account, and no text. So if it's you, Aaron, just shoot me a text, and I'll verify it's you.
What's up, Damien?
And if I don't get a text, I bet you it is Stimo.
Chilling like a
What's up,
villain.
Damien?
Yep. I'm over here. You know what he likes to call me, right?
Who?
Palpatine.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he likes to call me Palpatine.
Yeah, see, no text, bro.
No text.
It's not Aaron. Oh, wait a minute. All right, my bad. Spoke too soon. He just texted me when I said that. Yeah, it's Aaron.
All right.
It is the real McCoy.
We have to go through all this trouble.
It's sad that we do, man. I just don't want to be talking, I don't want to say something nice to it, and I'm saying it to the wrong person. I'm like, man, it's sad that we have to do this, bro. It's like, come on, man. One time, two times is funny. The third time, you're annoying.
Oh, yeah, Rhino. Yeah. People call me that a lot. In fact, when I was a plumber apprentice, the truck that I drove in was called the Rhino. And then I made sure to, when I spray painted the name on the door, I made sure to spell it like that also, not like the regular Rhino, because, it was my truck. Oh, we got Willie Rodriguez in the house. What up, Willie? Thank you for stopping by.
What's up, Willie?
Willie.
Willie's a faithful on the NinerSickness. What's up, Willie? I like it.
So, I got a question. We've got the 49ers off-season program happening right now. This isn't really anything. Is there anything you could see coming out of this that would be any sort of news? Seems like it's just workouts, just people coming into workouts,
Workouts, looking at video, looking at film, trying to correct things they made mistakes last year, so forth.
But it's not like they're getting out on the field and like doing that, as far as I know.
No.
Yeah.
They can't do any football
phase
contact or
one is
anything.
never.
No football
Yeah.
Phase
activity.
2 and phase 3 is always more important than phase 1, and this is what this is. Phase 1. In 2 weeks, phase 2 kicks in, and that's when they'll be able to hit the field.
because Monday I saw these. Oh, we've got the off-season program has started today, and I'm thinking like, yeah, well, dude, why even talk about it? You know what I'm saying? Like, you just okay. He found a reason to tweet. All right, congratulations. You know,
They're just
and that's what
mostly
it
all
is.
back in the building. Yeah.
yeah.
Back with their team.
To me,
Working out, watching film. That's it.
Once
me,
they
until
start
the rook-
practicing in pads, and that's what I want to hear.
Mhm.
Not when they're running around in their shorts where everybody looks good. You know, put on the pads. Let me see what your endurance is, what shape you're in, and we'll talk. But until then, everything is just, which is fine for content creators to talk about. But that's what it is. It's just storylines to talk about. But the real thing doesn't start until June.
Miriah, do you watch Star Wars?
I do not.
Okay, well, it doesn't. Damien, do
I
you know
watch.
that?
I watch Mandalorian.
Oh, gotcha.
I love Mandalorian. Yeah.
Damien, let me know in the chat if you know that Jar Jar Binks is the Sith Lord. Bebop's got some breaking news, I guess. Russell Wilson's golf cart flipped into a bunker while he was playing golf at Arrowhead Golf Course on Saturday.
Well,
Oh, wow.
he can't even drive a fucking golf cart.
Yeah, like, is there alcohol involved? There better be alcohol
Is there a height
involved.
limit involved, or
Bro?
Or was his wife
have
driving?
to be this tall to ride this ride, or?
Oh, that's
Bro.
wrong.
Bro, let your girl drive, homie.
Right? She's
She
taller.
definitely is taller.
Didn't you see that video? She was all on top of that car. I'm sure she knows how to drive it.
Easy. There.
Oh, my buddy had a problem with that. He was like, "She fine, but I wouldn't let her be on my car like that." And I was like, "Yeah, whatever, bro. You know, you'd be like, all right." You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
come on.
don't be modest. You know, there's people, I wouldn't do that. You're the first one there. I would never go to a nudie bar. And then you walk in there, and he's the first one with the dollar bills. Shut up.
Oh gosh. You know, I used to work at a strip joint, and like after that, my worldview
I hope you
changed
were the
about some of that
bodyguard.
stuff. Yeah, I was the bouncer.
Okay.
But then one time
No
my buddy was
Chippendales,
like,
baby.
"Hey, come to this new bar next to my house. It's really cool. It's my favorite place." I was like, "Okay." So we go in there, and it's like you know the bikini baristas?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a bar, but it's like bikini barista bar, right? And I go in there, like it's rainy and cold outside. So you go, you know, you're dressed for Washington weather, and then you go inside this building, and it's like 85 degrees in there because women are wearing underwear, and you're just like, "Ugh." Right? And he's like, "Yeah, let's get a drink," right? And I was like, "Okay, let's get a drink." So I get like a rum and coke, and I mean, like, I don't know how you mess up a rum and coke, but it tasted like shit. So that's just, it's never been my place to, you know, if I'm gonna go look at something, I'm gonna go to a spot that's specifically for that. If I'm gonna go to a place to get drinks, I'm gonna go get a drink specifically for that.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah, the last place you want to go is the nudie bar for drinks.
Now,
I mean, typically just for drinks.
Hey, John.
Oh, what up, John? Except if you're in Atlanta, I hear that's the best place to go for chicken wings is to the strip joints. So if I ever go, I'm going down. I want to get
chicken wings.
Bro, I hear about they got some liquid lemon pepper wings. And I want to try that. I understand the lemon pepper, the regular seasening, okay, but I want to try the sauce ones. That's what I'm.
The sauce is the woman's sweat off their body. They put it on there.
No.
If it tastes good, I don't give a damn, bro. If it smacks, if it's busting, you know what I'm saying? If it smacks,
those hoes, no, thank you.
But juice.
Wait, what
you're gonna be getting from freaking herpes and
booty sweat,
everything else.
Booty sweat.
Remember that drink?
Gonorrhea and
drip,
from
drip.
the what was that? Tropic Thunder. Oh God. Oh, shout out to Tropic Thunder. That movie is a mess. Couldn't be made today, but oh my gosh, it just kept me rolling. Let's get in. Oh, the off-season program. That's trash. That's right. Okay, let me hear your thoughts about.
That's wrong, Damien. I'm sorry.
What did he do?
I'm sorry. Read the last comment from Damien.
Watching
That's wrong.
Kirk Cousin video. He said he found God, but he can't find his openers.
That's so wrong.
Speaking of Kirk Cousins, I had seen that this it looks like he has a pretty big following. Vikings podcaster posted that Kirk was back for the same workouts, the off-season program, whatever, to get ready to lead the 49ers to the Super Bowl, is what the headline said. So
yeah, he might be praying to God, but I don't know if God's listening to him because he has not let him be delivered yet. You know what I'm saying?
Well, God's gonna be found in prime time, and Kirk doesn't know anything about prime time. So
God changes the channel when Kirk's on.
Yeah.
Prime. Oh, I don't want to watch this guy.
I'm gonna go watch Dak. He needs more saving from those interceptions he throws.
Dak needs some angels in the outfield, bro.
Yeah.
Damien, you got to watch the video on YouTube. Jar Jar is a Sith Lord. It's like a 20-minute video, and it'll change your mind about Jar Jar Binks. It's crazy. He says he's a Jedi. Well, he's Sith. He's Sith. He's not Jedi, right?
He's the one with the mouth that keeps getting stuck out of his mouth, right? He has a big old nose.
He had I wouldn't say he had a big old nose. He had like a I don't know, kind of like a beak mouth, I guess.
Yeah.
And he had this big long tongue. They just didn't like the way he talked. He was like Misa, and it almost sounded like Massa.
I like that.
You know what I mean? I didn't have a problem with his character when I first saw it at all. And I don't necessarily have a problem with it now, but I see why people are like, well, that looks a little funky.
Kind of reminds me of he reminds me of Jimmy Garoppolo.
Jimmy's got a way better jawline, bro. Jar Jar ain't getting tail. You know what I'm saying? Jar Jar ain't getting tail.
Let me look at it. I think I know what you're talking about.
Like, if Jimmy was an Ewok, he'd still be slaying.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sorry, didn't mean to burp.
Yeah, I know that. Jar Jar.
I was laughing and it came out. Sorry.
What are your guys' picks? What do you think the Niners should do with their first 3 picks in the draft? You think they should? Obviously, you can say if you want to move up, whatever capital you think needs to be to move up, explain that. But tell me what position they go with those picks. Miriah, you start off.
Quarterback, running back, and kicker.
Oh, God.
Now you're being facetious there, right?
Disingenuous.
Yeah. Quarterback. You should have said quarterback, punter, and kicker.
I think, and I don't care obviously what order because all the picks are so close together. If they move up, obviously move up and get a right tackle. But if they stay there, I think I would go, if it were up to me, safety. If there's still somebody decent in the right tackle spot, or along there, okay. But if not, then safety, tight end, cornerback, maybe. I don't know. And like I said, when we were all on Jess's birthday show, when we talked about this, and I had answered all the above because, basically I feel like there's not many positions where we need starters, obviously, but there's a lot of positions where maybe we only have, 1-year guys there or guys that, maybe are on a 2-year, 3-year that's, they're going to be gone next year. So we definitely need depth. We need a tight end too, for sure. And Obviously safety because Gibson, he just signed a 1-year deal. So I think it's perfect to draft a young guy, get him in there to learn behind Gibson so that he's ready to take over that spot next to Hufanga next season. And yeah, I think obviously if one of our starting cornerbacks go down, who are we putting there? Ambry? We need some cornerback depth. So yeah, I'm going cornerback.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think the Niners definitely in those 3 spots, if they don't move up, they take S rusher, safety, and I did say corner, and I still believe they'll take a corner. But I think it was you, Ryan, that mentioned, or someone mentioned to me about the depth in corners in this year's draft. So I decided to move it to a tight end. Where there's smoke, there's fire, and they've been interviewing a lot of from the 30 that they bring in a couple of tight ends more than usual. And normally they want to do smoke screens, but when you're picking that late in the 3rd, early 4th, is it really a smoke screen? You know what I mean? So I think if you're looking at somebody, it's because you're interested in whom, I don't know, but I think it would be edge, just because the Raiders are is it the Raiders are picking at 100, or a team that could take they can take an edge, and then I think they'll take a safety with 101 and maybe tight end or so forth. But I think it is an edge, safety, and tight end if they don't move up. And if they move up, I agree with you, Miriah. It would be I would think specifically for a right tackle.
They could also move up for a defensive end too. So
there's a lot of them there, though.
Right, but there might be a couple of guys that have the skill set that they're looking for. You know what I mean? Like, just because they're guys doesn't mean that they're guys for our system, or guys that have the things that Chris Koceric is looking for. That's why I see us.
Which what is it? It's just go after the quarterback.
Well, yeah, but like Bobby Turner's got things. There's certain things these guys look for because that's the thing that they use to get the most out of them. You know what I mean? The certain abilities they feel that you have to have these certain abilities to work well in this system.
Well, I know they're looking at somebody with a big motor for sure.
Yes, that's another. Yes, he always has to always be going. That's what Chris Koceric is looking for, definitely. So there's those guys. So like if right tackles run out early, or if tackles run out early, and that first wave of good DNs, there's somebody still lingering, I can see them making moves to go up and get them, and then waiting for that second wave of tackles to then go in on them. So I could see that. I don't see them moving up to get a tackle though. I just don't. I see them always want to redshirt somebody, so I don't feel that unless there's a guy that they just really, really like. You know what I mean? And if that case, then they'll move mountains for him. They'll trade in some of next year's capital for her. And if you really like him, and if Adam Peters is signing off on it, I'm okay with it. You know what I'm saying? So
why not move back maybe and pick up another 5th? They do very well with the 5th picks.
Yeah. And they could even, like, with the 101 pick, they could move back a couple with that just to go and get like the first run on that second of tackles. So they could do something like edge, tight end, do a run on tackle.
Get their tackle they want and pick up an extra 5th, right?
There's lots of things they could do.
Yeah. So I think they can move down more than they would move up. It would make more sense, but it's going to be fun.
With the first 3 picks, I see them moving up here and there, moving up and down here and there to
the later picks? Absolutely.
Yeah. Just to get people that they want and stuff like that.
Absolutely, yeah. They might just stay firm at the 3 spots and those 3 spots and then move around on the other ones. But they are known to move up and down. That's one thing I love about draft is I always call it Christmas in April, because I always want to see, because a lot of people don't scout. I like to scout. I like to look at potential players that can fit the scheme, but A lot of people don't, and it's okay. It's but once they know who the Niners take, they start looking film on them, and they start getting excited, and they start looking at what college, and that's, I think that's fun as well. To like, now you know this person is on your team. Now you can go look at the film and see what kind of things they did in college and how they can help this team, and that's all in fun in doing so. So, and then when you're scouting, sometimes you can scout, but doesn't mean they're going to get him. So,
Yeah.
once they draft him, they know they're part of your team.
And a lot of these mock drafts are never right. You know what I mean?
No.
That doesn't translate into real world. So
that's what I was just going to say. We all just said the 3 picks that we think, and the 49ers will go up there and make 3 picks that none of us said. And all these mock drafts we
to move up,
do.
right?
Yeah. They don't ever draft any of the people none of us put on our mock draft. So
yeah.
That's why I wasn't even asking for names of players. I was looking at positions. You know what I mean? Like, because this is the way I see it. It's not necessarily names yet, that we can tell. It would probably be position groups.
We all thought last year they were going to draft the O-line too with their first picks and all this shit. They didn't do nothing like that. They drafted running backs in the 3rd and all this weird shit that they do.
When they took Trey Sermon in the 3rd round and he didn't really work out, a lot of draft people last year were like, they're not taking another running. I can guarantee they're not taking another running back in the 3rd round. And who did they take? TDP. So those are there. You think you know, but you don't know.
Yep.
And it's funny because I remember when they picked him, I was like, what are they doing? And then I started looking into him. I was like, well, okay, I guess it makes sense. If you're going to run the read option,
it makes sense with Trey as a quarterback.
It makes sense with Trey as a quarterback.
Yeah.
But then when you see how but it doesn't now, because we know that he's not a very good runner. Like, he's not as good as everybody else in our system as a runner.
Well, we don't know. We didn't get to really see him with Trey, so.
Well, it's not necessarily with Trey, though. You know what I mean?
But I think that's what he was drafted to fit in the system with Trey Lance.
Yeah,
not with Purdy and Garoppolo.
He needs maulers. He needs maulers to pull lanes for him to move through. Yeah. And they brought in some big boys to do just that, over 300 pounds. So they need some maulers. These skinny linemen for him, it doesn't work. You're not going to run the outside. Right? So if you run in the middle, you need those pullers to open up lanes. And I think if they do that this year, which I think they are, I think TDP would be able to flourish from that. And I have high expectations for him, more than I did for Trey Sermon 2nd year.
Yeah. Agreed.
Based on college work.
Well, also, I don't know if Trey Sermon thought he was able to get cut. You know what I mean? Not to say that he, obviously we know he did, but I don't know. I didn't see, like, normally when people know they're on the cusp, they start putting out all these videos of them doing all. I didn't see that from him. And so I don't know if he really thought he had a chance to lose his position. And then Jordan Mason came in and it was like, bro, you've been sleeping. You've been sleeping on this the whole time. Like, here's this young, hungry cat. It reminds me of KRS-One. KRS-One was talking about the first time he ever did a rap battle. He'd been living on the streets. He would essentially pay for like a subway pass, and he'd ride it to the end of the line and be able to get on the other one. And that's how he'd sleep. He would just sleep the whole way. But he said that guy who I was battling against, he had no idea. He didn't know that I couldn't lose because I was going to win $50. That $50 was already mine. I hadn't won it yet, but there's no way I could lose because I didn't have no money. I had to win. I was going to win. If you're not taking advantage of the opportunities when you have them, you're going to lose them to some hungry person who can't afford to lose.
Yeah. What I heard about Sermon, it was that because I did see videos of him in the offseason working his ass off, but he couldn't pick up Kyle Shanahan's playbook. He wasn't too smart to pick it up. He was struggling to pick up the playbook, and that's where Kyle was.
You think it was the verbiage?
The verbiage, yes. And that's where Kyle, he just couldn't pick it up. He couldn't pick it up, and he was getting blown up all over the place. And
the scheme seems like it wouldn't necessarily be easy to pick up, but you would want to learn it because it's like,
Yes.
woohoo, look at this cool stuff we get to do, right?
Yep.
But yeah, the verbiage I could see being the barrier if you can't, if you're not good at memorizing things and all that stuff. So
yeah, he was struggling. He was definitely struggling to pick up that offense, and I think that's where the Niners got discouraged. And then when Mason came in and was able to do that quickly, because when you cut a 3rd round pick over an undrafted free agent, I mean that 3rd round pick has to be a complete failure in your system to do so.
Yeah.
Well, and then once we cut him, the Eagles picked him up right off of waivers, and he never saw the light of day over there on the Eagles either.
Nope, he's having a hard time picking it up over there too.
It wasn't just, it wasn't. Sometimes we see that with players, right? Like they just don't work out in the place they were drafted, but they get their chance, they go somewhere else, and okay, it wasn't a scheme fit, it wasn't a, the coach, whatever. It just didn't work, whatever. But I mean, we didn't see nothing happen with him in the Eagles too. And I mean, he still has a chance. He's still young, right? Maybe, we see him this year, but I mean, so far, nothing.
And he plays so good, and for Ohio State, but
yeah,
the verbiage is different. And I think colleges give you so many passes if you're a good athlete. They sweep things under the rug a lot. If you're and pro football does it. You're getting paid here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're getting paid, so you got to make your money. If you're not helping the team, we're not paying you.
Yeah.
Willie Rodriguez says he wants a corner. I do too. There's that. If we get a corner early, like there's Travion something. He's got 2 last names.
Yeah, there's one I've been seeing.
Travius.
I was just gonna say that has 2 last names.
I watched his tape. I like that guy. I think he could be a safety if need be. You know what I mean? Like if we drafted him, I'd be perfectly fine with that because he could be a cornerback or a safety. I feel he's violent. He's really violent, and I like that.
Hodges Tomlinson. Hodges
so.
hyphen Tomlinson. The first name's Travius.
Yep, Travius
from TCU.
Yes, that's him. That's
Tomlinson. Yeah, what is he? I'm looking at him right now.
5'8" cornerback. Yeah, he's mean. He's trying to leave a mark on everybody.
What's his let's see, in the box. Okay, 185 in the box. No deeps, but corner 395. That's not bad. Slot 29 and D line 4. Yeah, he's pretty good. It's pretty
he's got that killer mentality. You know what I'm saying? You could tell he's a shark in the water out there. He's wishing him would. You know what I'm saying?
The guy that I like is Garrett Williams from Syracuse. Syracuse, I can't pronounce that college.
Syracuse.
Yeah, I like him. There's a lot of nice ones. I mean, the second, like you said, cornerbacks are. I believe it was you said the other day on the show that there's a lot of safeties. I mean, a lot of safeties. A lot of safeties too, but a lot of cornerbacks this year that you can go and hunt. Hey, we should do a draft together, man. Simulated draft. You be the GM.
You want to do it next week?
Yeah, you be the GM on one, then I'll be GM on another one. I think it'll be fun. Or we can pick. Well, you pick one, I pick one, like that.
Whatever's clever. We'll talk about.
If you want to jump in, Miriah.
Before we go, we're kind of past the hour mark here. Send everybody over to Aaron's show. Is there any other players you guys are looking at that you think people should watch some tape on that you've kind of seen that you like and think the 49ers should pick up?
Luke Shoemaker, tight end. I like him.
Luke Shoemaker, tight end. John V, if you're still in the chat, drop your defensive end. I can't remember something Harrison. I think it was
Harrison
from
Ohio State.
From Ohio State. He wanted everybody to check him out.
Zach Harrison from Ohio State. He's going early though. He's not going to go as late as he thought he would.
Well,
but then again, it's mock drafts. But mock drafts have him going early.
Yeah.
And I kind of thought, because the way
Oh.
that John described him, it's like, how can you describe him so well?
Schoonmaker.
Oh, that's how they pronounce it? Okay.
I guess so.
That's not the way they spell it, but that okay. Yeah, Zach Harrison.
Zach Harrison.
They got him going up. They have him going into up in the 70, 65 to 70 spot, and we don't pick him to 99. So,
Miriah, you got anybody?
No.
No. We'll tell everybody what you got
What
going
about
on
you?
for the rest of the week. I was just telling people.
Oh, sorry. I didn't hear you.
Miriah, what you got going on the rest of the week?
En español.
What is today? Tuesday. Tomorrow at 12 Pacific time. Got lunchtime quickie with Miriah. And then at
That name.
2.
Do you have a guest?
Nope.
Okay.
I hope so if you want to get a quickie.
And then at
well, you can do it quicker
I'll
by
be on
yourself.
Oh, crap. Yep.
What'd you say again?
Sorry, Miriah. We'll let her finish. We're going to kick our butts, bro. Stop.
And then at 2, I'll be on me and TL. So, yeah.
Oh, you guys' show is on and at 2:00 tomorrow?
Yep.
Okay, you guys heard it.
There it is.
Beto, what you got going the rest of the week?
Thursday, we have the Niners podcast network that we normally do on Thursday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then on Saturdays at 5:30, I do either trivia, bingo, or races. But it's fun time, give away prizes. And the most part, we just come together and spend an hour and a half together and just have some fun.
All right. And tomorrow you can check me out. I believe I'm on Joe Stevens' channel tomorrow with the Rivalry Show. He's a Seahawks fan. So go and check us out over there. And then Thursday, Thursday I'm probably not doing a show. Raj is probably going to be going to the game. So might have Thursday open and then come back and see us on Friday for the train wreck that is the Friday night call-in show. Oh boy,
Yes.
if you do not know, you should know. Make sure to go check the live from last week. There's chapters in there. You can see how the train derailed and how many casualties we had at the end of it.
Yeah, and if you're afraid of someone that saves their toe clippings and keeps frozen urine, discretion is advised.
Yes.
Who?
Yes. Huh? Oh, well, you've got to go and watch to find out, Miriah.
And the good thing about Ryan, he breaks it up.
There's chapters in it. There's
Chapters
chapters in it, so you can hit the chapters. It's
you
an
don't have to
8-hour
see the whole
stream.
thing.
Yeah, it's an 8-hour stream. You don't have to see the whole thing.
Right, JV, I'm with you.
Mr. Frozen Peacup. Oh, John says puke himself. I'm telling you, Frozen P and no lie, man.
Now the thumb the fingernails are not on that stream.
No, not fingernails, toenails, right?
I don't know what clippings they are, but that is not from that show. I was not lucky enough to capture that moment. That's on Bryant's Culp's channel. Shout out to Bryant Culp.
Yeah.
Yeah, he put it in.
You have to have a strong stomach.
Yeah,
it's not for the weary. But it's fun.
It's just yellow. It's frozen. It's.
All right. The more you try to break it down, the grosser it sounds.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. So with that, I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Appreciate you all coming back again. Oh, who's running it next week? It's Beto. It's Beto. Oh, it's Miriah.
No, it's Beto.
It's Beto.
Is it me?
It's you.
Yep. If he doesn't call in sick.
Yeah,
because he doesn't take PTO.
That's all. My Lakers play tomorrow, so I can, I wasn't sick.
I don't know what clippings they are.
That's all. My Lakers play tomorrow, so I can, I wasn't sick.
All right.
You might be
and with
sick
that-
after tomorrow's game.
No. But who's your team, Miriah?
We're not talking about it.
0-2?
Oh.
Yep.
Hey, Steph Curry has never been 0-2 since 2007 in the playoffs. That'll be interesting.
He's a Carolina Panthers fan.
Yeah.
Is he
Found
really?
that out today. Yeah, found that out today.
Yeah. He always been. Mhm.
Yeah, but you guys are coming. You guys cannot afford to lose 1-2 at home. You guys got to win those 2 games at home.
Yep.
It's a must win. You lose one of those. It's not to say that you guys still can't win it, but you lose one
It's
game.
gonna make it really hard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But I think this third game, you guys are gonna come on fire.
They better. Shit.
Well, with that, we'll let you all get out of here. I hear Bryant might be live. Bryant Culp might be live.
I'm looking at what's the name's Aaron's channel. There's nothing live.
Yeah.
Well, he might be on Raj's channel.
Oh,
He's either on his
go.
channel or Raj's channel. Bryant might also be streaming. So
I see it on Aaron's channel. Him and
after
Aaron.
this,
did he block?
make
Did he
sure
block
to-
me?
Maybe.
yes.
Maybe. Yeah.
So just
My
go make
co-host
sure
blocked me. That's fun.
tell them that Niners and Friends sent you. Make sure to hit the like button and
Oh, I
subscribe.
don't see it.
And with that, have a wonderful evening.
See you guys.
Later, guys.